And anyway, but
It's also true that you mentioned I forget the exact the technical terms you use, and I forget the specifics of it because I read this play a while ago. But you mentioned one of the characters mentions how you were almost, I think, in Danny's uh, using Danny's term, almost deific in a certain aspect of their job, but only very good in another aspect. I think it was customer interaction.
yeah,
That that's very true in a job. A mediocre employee is mediocre down the line, is often praised more than the good workers who are better than them in all aspects, but much better in one area.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. That's certainly true. And it's when Danny is talking with some of the bosses that later get fired, and the whole thing revolves around some missing money, and it was basically pennies. I mean, it was like, if there was $200 that went missing over an 8 or 9 month period. I mean, this is a bank that even almost over 30 years ago had like $500 million in assets, and it's like, I mean, I'm not saying they shouldn't have looked into it, but they totally overreacted. They totally drove off a lot of people. The character of Bernadette ends up wanting to quit and quitting. Danny gets fired. Some of the supervisors get fired. A few other uh, people get fired in other departments.
fired.
What?
Marlene gets fired as well. Mo.
Oh, no, Maureen quits. She was she she
Okay.
she 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 had enough, and she just walked out and said, basically fuck it and whatnot. And um, you
Oh
know,
yes, I think I know what you mean. I think she was fired on Friday, and you were fired. No, she quit on Friday, and you were fired on Monday.
so yeah, and
Yeah.
and but again, the you get a real good sense of the characters in different situations. Uh, the girl Fawn, who Danny does bang, uh, we get, we see how flirtatious she is and whatnot, and she's,
Just as you're eating a meatball sub.
yeah, and but even before that, with the other girl who's, uh, considers herself the goddess of the store, the goddess of the bank rather. What do I call it? Deanne. Uh, Deanne, is friends with her, and it's clear though that if you look at the play and reread it, or you to watch it, that Fawn, despite being a hot little blonde number, has a deep inferiority complex, being the friends of Deanne. Even though she's cute and sexy in her own way, she's clearly the ugly friend. She suffers from the ugly friend complex from this Deanne character, and the character of Mo doesn't have is friendly with the two older ladies. He doesn't really interact with the younger kids, and that's true in real life. And I think it was because someone like this Deanne probably felt threatened by someone like Mo, who was even better looking than Deanne was, who was a good looking girl.